dear friends, Ingrid here from Up and Journey. It's been a little while. I've been slowly working through the Living Stones devotional. I had several videos up. I took a little break while preparing the Advent kit for you, coming out mid-November. So while I do that, usually when I get the new kit ready, I have to take a break. Although I have the really awesome team members, creative team members that post, some of them pretty much daily. So if you are on Instagram following Up on Journey, you will see I repost pretty much what everyone posts, entries with current kits and past kits and so on. I'm actually at my favorite part right now, and that is the day 6, called a hot stone, and this does come from Isaiah 6, and this is really awesome and so moving. So I'm really excited to work with this entry today. Lindsay just posted her entry using the same day, so, and it's beautiful. I really loved her process video. I will probably link it below with all the other info for this video. I'm gonna do something very simple using printouts that come with the kit, and I printed out some images from the digital download because I wanted this page. I want that so you can just extract it from the devotional, the digital version. So I'm gonna show you here. So this is the same. I just printed it out and I obscured some of the devotional text because I'm gonna have another image. This is printed on white sticker paper, so I will just adhere it into this interleaved Bible I've been working in quite a while now. So I'll be using this, and also overlaid. I printed out, this is the image from this kit. I enlarged it slightly because, you know, I want this figure to be just as the coal touches her lips, just like in the Isaiah account. Probably the rock will not be included there, but this is on transparent sticker paper, so we'll see how that's gonna look. And I got these angels from the Grace Upon Grace kit. I think that was my first Advent kit, like 4 years ago. It's available in a digital format, and these angels are blue in the kit, but I changed them just in Photoshop or any image editing software you might have. You can change the color. So I changed it to red because here they're talking about seraphims, so they're fiery red. And even though usually seraphims are depicted with 6 wings, I just have here just as a hint to the angels. I didn't get in the detail too much of the angels, but also I love this image so much, and I have other angel images in that Grace Upon Grace kit, which I think I will have them available as stamps because I use them so much. I always go back to it, so I will have a separate stamp set with the angels available for Advent. So that's my plan. I'll probably use some of oranges and reds, like acrylic paints, to kind of complete the image. But before I get into the artwork part, I explain here in the devotional. In Isaiah 6, the prophet shares with us a remarkable vision, marking his commission by God. In this vision, Isaiah becomes terrified at the sight of God. Woe is me, for I am ruined, because I am a man of unclean lips, dwelling among a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Now, a beautiful, very pertinent detail that Lindsay mentions in the video. she talks about the unclean lips issue not being necessarily just that, but it's rooted in the heart. So it's not a superficial sin, because it has deep roots in our hearts. Very good detail to mention. And then the beautiful part, one of the seraphim flew to me, and in his hand was a glowing coal that he had taken with tongues from the altar, and with it touched my mouth, and said, "Now that this has touched your lips, your iniquity is removed and your sin is atoned for." Isn't that beautiful? So I am unpacking this verse below. See, this wasn't planned to be in this kit, this account of Isaiah, and what happened is like it kept coming back, and I was thinking, man, this has nothing to do with living stones. Why do I have this nudge to look further into it? And you know what? I'm gonna look at the Hebrew, or the original version of these verses, and see how the live coal is translated, or what is the source word. And honestly, I was blown away when I read what the Ritzpah means. It actually means a hot stone. So I was like, wow, this is just amazing. And that was a Holy Spirit nudge, and it's so beautiful to see how God inspires us and guides us this way. So this was just a highlight of this devotional for me, because of the way it came to me, right? So live coal also means hot stone, and the significance of it is like, why? Because it was taken from an altar. But what is an altar? It was an altar of sacrifice, and therefore ultimately the altar of sacrifice is the altar of Jesus' sacrifice, because all sacrifices, eventually point, and they're fulfilled in Jesus' ultimate sacrifice. So you can think of Jesus' blood making these hot stones glow, being alive. So there was not the fire, but the love that purified Isaiah. It was the love within it. And may our hearts burn like this live stone within us, with love for Jesus. Then we will be indeed the living stones of Peter. So I really, really love this. And also there is a beautiful exercise I mentioned in the end. And actually I will do an entry for this too. But for this one, I will use my journal and not the Bible. I will go more in depth with this when I do that entry. So I'm gonna get started with the artwork for this. As I mentioned before, these are the digital. This is the digital version, or from the digital files of the kit, which many of you I know you have. If not, it is available in the shop. And if you already purchased the physical version, you'll receive the discount code 50% off for the digital as well. How I did this, actually, I just opened the PDF in Photoshop, and it asks you which page you want to choose, because there are many pages. And if you choose page 9, I think, you're going to have this page, and you can print it out, and you can obscure the text or leave it in if you want. You can, if you don't have image editing capabilities, you can just use paint, to come over the text if you just want the image present there. And as I usually do, I rip the edges to not have, and it's easier even to blend in when you don't have a harsh straight line to deal with. It's kind of easier to blend it in with everything else around. And I know I will have some parts. This image doesn't cover the entire page, but I will complete the image with because some of this will be cut off. So I might use just the end to complete, or just acrylic paint, or nothing really. We'll see how it looks. Okay, check my video here, make sure it's recording. Sometimes we have surprises. And about here, though I'm bummed I'm ripping that, but that's okay. There we go. So I have this, which, you see, the torn edges it doesn't even look bad. You can just leave it as is. So there we go. That was pretty easy. I will just have to cut this out. Now, I didn't mention, I did flip in the digital download, the girl faces to the right, and I just flipped it to the left, so it faces the coal, or the hot stone. Not sure how much of the stone you can get in there, probably not that much, so kind of bummed I don't I can fit the stone in there too. That would have been kind of cool. And what I have left, kind of wasted all this. I could have printed some other stuff, but I was in a hurry. I didn't know what I'm gonna... So these angels, go here, and I printed a smaller version just in case I wanna use it. They wanna use... So remember that depending on what you print this on, I have it printed on transparent sticker, so it will blend significantly with the background, so it won't stand out as much as it does right now here. If we look a little bit before the vision, how the chapter 6 starts, it says, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him stood the seraphim. Each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called to another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. That is just so beautiful. Just so cool just to meditate on that. But I'm thinking, a while ago I did like a linocut, a carving of a stamp of a seraphim, and I'm thinking this is it. It's more in it's stylized, right? It's not a realistic representation. It's stylized, you know, just well, as the technique requires to linocut, but more in a Byzantine representation. So I was thinking maybe I can use this stamp here. I know you don't have access to this, but you know, I have a seraphim depicted, so I was thinking maybe it would be a good spot to use this, maybe printed with red ink. I don't know, it might be a failure. I would print it here over. But anyway, this would be a beautiful element to have. Actually, I think I have it printed. Okay, so I have it printed on a piece of a wood, on a wood panel. So this is how it looks like printed. So that gives me a better idea. See, yeah, I think that would be beautiful there. Do not ask me why I didn't include this in the kit. I could have. It didn't even cross my mind. I forgot I made this. So, kind of bummed now. That would have been a cool element. I'm gonna set this to the side a bit and have my palette here. I think I need another color. I'm using golden paints. I know my palette is very messy. It's been a while since I cleaned it. I wanted just to bring a few of these colors on the opposite page. Not doing anything spectacular. I just want to have some of the colors kind of tie in. Alright, I think I'm kind of done with the painting part, at least for... I know I was gonna write this holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. I'm reading the verse here. Sitting upon a throne high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. I wish he would have mentioned what color it was. It'd be cool to add something like that here. That'd be beautiful. And I know it will not stand out as much as it did. A little bit of a wing sticking out there. Should cut it off. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I wouldn't mind the third angel. So I need my pen, my fountain pen, and some red. Actually use some splatters. Now when you splatter on this, on the clear sticker, you'll have a very hard time drawing because there's nothing to absorb into. It's like plastic, so just dab that. Otherwise I'll smear it all over. Holy, holy, holy. Your sin is atoned for. Isn't that great news? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is filled or full of His glory. It's beautiful. You know what I found beautiful? That the seraphim didn't just say, all right, you're clean, your sin is taken away, right? Or your sin is atoned for. What's amazing is that he said your guilt is taken away and your sin atoned for. So it's so cool. It's taking away the sin, but also the effects of sin, including guilt. So it's like a complete healing. So that's beautiful. Oh, I like that a lot. And I'll probably talk about this a little bit, about confession. And I think I will touch on that in the next exercise at the end of this day here, the beautiful exercise where you can label the stones with things that draw you closer to God. And I will talk a little bit about sacraments there because it's just so important. So, gosh, I really like this. Oh, see, I even forgot. See, this is how, I mean, this is real life. I was gonna use this here, right? Oh man, I forgot. So, still want to do that. Oh. Let me clean this. So, I hope this is not gonna be a catastrophe. Stepping that there. I don't even know if I can get a good impression because it's, you know, I have pages with bulky stuff underneath, so I don't even know if I can do a good impression of that stamp here. But I mean, I will give it a try. I have nothing to lose really. I think that'll be beautiful there. I have to figure out, see, I didn't consider having this angel with the angel set I kind of got ready to have for Advent. So let me know if you would like to see this in a stamp along with these other angels. I'll think about it. That will change the size of my stamp I already have set. So, let's try this. I'm gonna try and make an impression here. So I think I will use distress inks. I was thinking of using alcohol, but that's just gonna go right through everything. These might as well. Yeah, I'll try this here. Say a little prayer and hope for the best. Oh, but I forgot it kind of beads up, being a water-based stamp. I mean, it's fine on smaller surfaces, but kind of beads up. I will print stamp on something else first to see how it looks like. I only use this with alcohol. It's solvent kind of stamps, so I don't know how she's gonna do. It's not bad. Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, that'll be beautiful. It looked alright. But I want to place it a little bit higher. Alright. No, that's cool. Oh, actually, see, the initial plan actually was to use these wings here. And I forgot as well. Kind of get carried away. And I could steal. Yeah, that's the way it's gonna go. I could still do that there. I don't know if it's needed though. Kind of get the idea. I'm excited about the next stamps I have planned. The stamps for the Advent kit plus the angel stamps. Gosh, I'm really excited about them. They're really cool. Can't wait to share them with you. Hopefully I'll have them done in time. Silver Ground Espresso. I'm just leaving the stamp on the acrylic sheet. You can use it that way too. You don't have to put it necessarily on a block. It's actually more malleable if you have a kind of a uneven surface underneath. It's easier to checking the color, but that's too much brown. I still want to keep the red. I don't know. It's kind of a rusty. Oh, I think that would work there. I liked how it had some of the brown underneath, and then it's such a beautiful color. It's even more vibrant than the color on the lid. I don't want it really to compete with that. So it looks so beautiful with this orange. I used the other wing now. I'm gonna use it up here. Yeah, so it's definitely easier if you don't put it on the block. You kind of can push it so it goes in the red right here over this. Just a hint of red. I'm kind of doing mixed media on the stamp itself. This other stamp, the little stamp for the stones kit, has kind of a grungy, edgy thing here. I think that would be great too. Applying this by ear again. Yeah. looks beautiful. Way messier than I thought it's gonna be. I'm okay with messy. I'll try the rusty hinge as well. Yeah, I still wish there would have been like a deeper red. It's alright. I'll come just with this blending brush a little bit here and see if I can. This would make a difference. See, I would like a reddish. I don't feel like I have the right color here. It's not quite what I was going for. Oh, that's alright. Just like to add one more thing here. A few brown splatters. If this is, yeah, it's deep enough. So next I will set this to dry, and I will come with the journal page for that exercise I was mentioning in the devotional. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It's just such a beautiful chapter, really, to focus on. Brings so much hope and healing and faith, really. I'll be back with the journal entry. I am back with the journal entry after the day 6, a hot stone, after the Isaiah meditation. I have a beautiful exercise in the devotional, and I was thinking of doing an entry. This actually is, if you have a prayer journal, it would be great to do that in the prayer journal, because it's something that you can always come back to or kind of review on a daily basis, or look at it and use it as a kind of a reminder. I've been doing some of the entries for living stones in this journal. I have these journals available on Redbubble. I will link it below. Actually, on Instagram I have it in my profile links. I did many of the entries in here. So here what I was thinking of, this kind of the ladder that I was imagining for Jacob's ladder, and my idea was to write or label, just like I have kind of an example here, and also I have the words in the kit. They come printed on
I'm not trying. Here we go. So I have, these are the words. You can just cut them out or rip them out, and they're kind of examples for, or just a starting point, you know, to give you ideas for things that bring you closer to God, right? Write or label the stones on the stone ladder with what you know from experience that facilitates closeness with God, or new things you want to try and implement. Use the included cards as a weekly to-do list, and make sure to come back at the end of the week and see how your plan worked out, and kind of document, you know, document your, it's about documenting our faith journey. And these are exercises that we can do and see what works and what doesn't work. From my experience, I know for sure, 100%, I can always go to that, the things that, of course, there are many other things that draw me closer to God, but as a core of the activities that I know I can always rely on is, of course, spending time in the Word, going daily or weekly to church, to Mass, but it's the sacraments. It's the sacraments are just an inexhaustible, never miss, you know, thing that I can rely on to fuel my faith and fuel my soul and give me, and they're like vitamins for the soul. The sacraments, especially confession, is very important. That's actually part of, it's a healing sacrament, right? Which is, I really like that is put, it's kind of under the healing category. First communion, very important. Also adoration, I really love adoration. I try to go every week to just spend time with Jesus. Of course, spending time in the Word, that's something you can do on a daily basis on your own at home, and journaling, and especially meditating. I love Bible journaling because it just keeps me longer, makes me actually think about the words I'm reading. And as I do that, I get ideas all the time. It's just always such a beautiful and uplifting process. And so label the stones and kind of, you know, use it, think of them as a ladder that helps you get closer to God. Lindsay actually used that within her Lindsay did a process video that I just did on number 6, a hot stone, with the life call in Isaiah, and she used actually this image within her entry, but I wanted to use that as a separate. I did something else, as you saw. This is the little folder with all the art. So this is the card that you can use for this. Let me see. So beautiful visual reminder of the things that we have to pay attention to, the things we know for sure, you know, that facilitate kind of a deep encounter with God. And what I love about the sacraments is that, like, a beautiful definition of the sacraments we can receive from Jesus through the church. I love that they're defined as an outward sign of an inward grace. We receive graces through the sacraments. It's for real. I can feel it I mean, if I, even for a week, not able to go to confession or receive communion, I feel it. It's unbelievable. I kind of wanted to use these stones here as a repetition. I would have used the whole page just as the whole thing, just as it was. I like that. They're beautiful. Actually, these Isaiah, I don't even know if I mentioned that in the video,
when the seraphim comes with the coal and touches his lips and says, as it touched your lips, your guilt is taken away and your sin atoned for. It's just like confession. It's amazing. Maybe I'll use this here. But yeah, that's it's quite amazing. So this is going to be very simple. I'm not going to do anything too complex here. So I know I want to put this here. Just going to mark the spots. So that is on a transparent sticker. And then I will have this here. I'll probably just adhere it with glue. Even though it would be nice to leave like a pocket for notes and such. So I'm just gonna glue the top and the bottom, just if I want to stick a little note in there, so I can. But otherwise it will be on there. I think I wanted it to overlap more. Kind of missed my spot. And you can type up your own words. If you have a typewriter or on the computer, just write it on the paper. I think that would work just fine. Mass, meditation, the word, this whole last thing. Lectio Divina, which is just meditating on the Word of God, divine reading, translated. I think these are also necessary. You can't really, have a healthy spiritual life without these. So this is such a beautiful exercise to do even with the kids. And such a good reminder that, if I'm down for some reason, I always have to, first I check, okay. And sometimes, even though I've been doing this for years, I don't realize, I just don't feel well. I'm like, spiritually or emotionally, without a doubt. It's like I'm missing one of these. It's amazing. Especially when we get sick. Now it's kind of the sickness season coming upon us. If I can go to church because either the kids are sick or I'm sick, it's I can definitely feel it. I can't even stress enough the importance of these. I could have, now I'm looking, I could have had this edge ripped how I always do with these. I don't really leave the straight edges on, but that's yeah, it would have been really nice if I would have had the edge ripped for a more kind of organic look. So I would like to use some of these stamps. Thinking of that cross there. These are all from the Livingstone's kit. I love this. I love you, Lord. You are my strength. From Psalm 18. Also, we have the circular stamp, the rock. Great to use this here. and on the plastic sheet. That's that. And I will probably write notes and kind of add more to this page as the time goes by. I just want to show you how I'm gonna use this little exercise and kind of a visual reminder, and I'll probably do it in my prayer journal as well, just to have this. This is it. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the kit. I hope you enjoyed to do this exercise, and hope to see you soon. God bless.